Perhaps we need some outside universal threat. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Shalom. First, I'd like to start off by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakdash. Double honors to teachers, elders, and apostles of great millstone, likewise, brothers, footnote is truth. Faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep and do brothers and sisters. Tuning in. Shalom. Today's lesson is titled Suits the Slavery. Esau's Burden. Let's go into the first scripture. This is the book of Jeremiah 50, starting verse 31, and it reads, Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, said the Lord, power of hosts. For thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee, and the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up, and I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all around about him. Thus said the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Ba'ashai, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. And yes, the evidence is clear. Here we are in Great Babylon, America, under the oppression of the so-called white man, Esau. You see, Esau, you can't talk your way out of the judgment of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashai is going to bring to you. You can't speak your way out of the slavery that you're going to go into, where you will in turn be oppressed, okay, by the children of Israel, so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Latinos. Let's go into the book of Job 9 and 24, because this was all possible because the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashai, being very fair, granted you authority over the earth. And here's what the outcome is. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So rather than glorifying the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashai, giving him thanks and praise, you decided you would skew history. You change the images. You'd make the images of the true power Yahweh Ba'ashai into a feeble old cracker. You turn the pictures of the Mashiach into a hippie-looking sissified man with long hair, which goes against what the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashai desire for his men to follow. You made the angels, the dignitaries, all feminine. And you appointed yourself as the Lord and God of this earth. This is the book of Zechariah 11, and verse 4, and it reads, Thus said the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashai, my power, feed the flock of the slaughter, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And this is part of that wicked act, because the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. And they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashai, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. So during this time, you have gone through great lengths in creating derision, creating snares, okay, trapping our people. You know, you hid the truth of who we really are, on who you really are. But that truth has been uncovered. We now know who we are. At least the elect us, and we know who you are. And so the world will know who you really are when the Lord brings you down. Let's go into the book of Jeremiah 49 and 12, because
now you see now, you done fucked up, you know that, don't you? No, you done fucked up, don't you? No, don't you? No, you done fucked up.
How could you think that you were just going to get away with it, Esau? For thus said the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashai, Behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? So the Lord is letting it be known that us, we, the Hebrew Israelites, who are in fact, as we've been told by the Mashiach, pursuant to Psalms 82 and verse 6 and 7, I have said, Ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. but ye shall die like men and fall like one of the princes. Look at us. And look at us now. This is what we were, and this is what we are now. So you have to fall too, Esau. Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. Meaning what? You are going to go from suits to slavery. See, you're proud. Look at these Edomites. Okay, let's go to Isaiah 13, verse 9 reads, Behold, the day of the Lord Yahweh Shemashai cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. The world is coming to terms now that the wicked, the cruel, the murders of this earth, okay, are those kikes over there in the state of Israel who are occupying our home, pretending to be the children of the Most High Yahweh Shemashai, and the world is watching it unfold in real time as these fake ass Israelites murder women and children just to prove that they are the biblical Hebrew Israelites and that they are ordained, so to speak, to go and slaughter anyone that opposes them. Continue says, For the stars of heaven and the constellation thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in its going forth, and the moon shall not cause a light to shine. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. So the Lord is going to bring that spirit of pride down. Esau, you see, look at you. And look at us, how you mocked us. And so there's going to be a change. Okay? It has to take place. Now, unlike us, we came to you begging you to go easy on us, civil rights, right to vote. We were the best slaves that you've ever had and ever will have. And Jake right now, the 2/3, they still think there's hope of somehow changing your heart, changing your ways. When in fact we already know who you are. You are the wicked, pursuing to Job 9:24. So what we feel, okay, and it's always a pleasure to bring out this truth, okay, concerning your slavery soon to come, okay, but prior to that it's going to be great destruction, which is going to see your fall. The world will see that, and then this is going to be that burden you have to bear, Esau. This is the book of Luke, chapter 16, verse 19. It reads, There was a certain rich man, which was clothed in purple and fine and fared sumptuously every day, speaking of wealth, which is what you have. And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate full of sores. That's us. But we only can envy you. We only can look at what you have. And no matter how hard we try, we can't get it. Why? Because we're under the curses, pursuant to Deuteronomy 28. And desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table, moreover the dogs came and licked his sores, which is these other tribes. And they've prospered. But soon that will come to an end too. They will join you in slavery, Esau. But really, this is about your burden. Okay? And it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom. The rich man also died and was buried. And in hell he lifted his eyes, being in torments, and seeth Abram afar off, and Lazarus in his bosom. So, you know it, and we know that this is not the first time we've been alive. Okay? There is such thing as regeneration. And you will regenerate, okay? All of you Edomites will regenerate in the kingdom as slaves. Okay? We're going to take your prince, your princesses, your kings, and your queens into slavery first, pursuant to Jeremiah 16:16, when we dig them out of those bunkers. And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus, that he may dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, for I am tormented in this flame. Your condition in the kingdom of heaven is going to be so horrific, so terrible. It would be 1,000 years of endless begging, You're going to be forced to keep all of the laws. No more homosexuality. No more bullshit that's been going on under your rulership. Oh yeah. You'll be ruled over by a rod of iron. And there'll be no mercy for you. But Abraham says, son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things, and likewise Lazarus evil things, hangings, lynching, butt breaking, murder, raping, all those things, poverty, lies, false witness. But now he's comforted, because now we go back from being peasants, underdogs, poor, back into our godhood. And thou art tormented. There it is, Esau. Suits of slavery. No matter how hard you try, it's already been written what your future is. Lord will indeed elect. But say the Father that goes by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Rakakadash, Shalom.